Well, welcome everyone. It's so good to have you here. For those of you who are just joining, you're in the right spot because this is the 2024 Back to School Summit with TCI. My name is Brian Thomas. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm a learning designer here at TCI. I'm really excited to have an opportunity to have all of you join us and our amazing staff and trainers for this year's summit. Um, on the screen right now is our agenda for the day. We kind of arranged this just like your daily schedule. So you're going to go through 3 periods and you're going to have an opportunity to be able to go to lots of different sessions. You'll have lots of choices. But we're going to start right here in homeroom, but we're not going to be here that long, just about 15 minutes or so. And then you're going to move to first period. First period is going to last about an hour, a little bit less, and then we're going to move to second bell and then third bell just like that too. So that's our agenda for how you can kind of see how the conference is going to go. Some details about housekeeping. There, when you get into your sessions, you'll have a Zoom toolbar that you see almost like what we have right here in homeroom. The only difference will be there'll be maybe an additional item there for Q&A, where you can ask questions and TCI staff can be able to answer those. Of course, you'll always be able to chat. So just if you're sharing in chat, it's just something general, just make sure you're sharing to everyone. And for those that would like it, you can also turn on closed captioning. And the closed captioning will be able to enable the captions for everything that your presenters are sharing and talking about on the screen. Now, with that being said, I'm going to hand it over to our owner and founder, Dr. Bert Bower, who's going to introduce us and welcome us to Homeroom.
Good morning or afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining. The theme for the entire summit today is by teachers for teachers. And we're doing something today that we've never actually done before. Usually in a summit, it's run by TCI staff who share their expertise with you. This year, we're doing something different. By our slogan, by teachers for teachers, we have more sessions than ever, and they're run actually by teachers in the classroom using teachtci.com. You're not going to hear a lot of extra stuff. You're not going to hear a long keynote from me. You're going to very quickly get in and hear from teachers who are using our application. If you are currently in the summit and you do not have our application, if you're not yet a teachtci.com teacher using one of our many programs, do not worry. Stay to the end of the summit. At the end of the summit, we're going to tell you how you can get a complimentary 1-year subscription, teacher subscription to the program of your choice. So everything you're seeing today in all the 3 sessions that you go to, you will be able to implement immediately in your classroom. I'm just going to give you a little quick history of TCI, and I'm going to be asking you 4 questions. So pay attention, folks, about how you connect to us. We want to know before we start the summit how you connect. I am originally a high school social studies teacher in Mountain View, California. That's to the south of San Francisco by about 50 minutes. I taught basically all the subjects, including bilingual. And then I left the classroom to write a series of textbooks, went to Stanford to get my doctorate in curriculum and instructions. And then I took this group of young people that you see here, student teachers, to the California Council for Social Studies. We did weird things like put people under the desk, recreated trench warfare. They wore masks and they recreated the Constitution. People had never seen anything like that before. The membership of the California Council for Social Studies asked us to go out and create the program. So we did create the supplemental program. We created binders that we put together in my garage with slides and placards in them. So my first question I always have to ask is, how many of you are binder teachers? Is there anybody out there that's a binder teacher that's used our, and that would have just been a 11th grade U.S. history and a world history high school. And then we also had them for middle school. They came in a binder, and we want to know if you're a binder teacher. And the results are coming in.
They're
We're
coming
getting
in, Bert. I see lots and lots of people responding. We've still got people answering this poll. And the good news is, Bert, we do have some people that have been with us from the beginning that fell in love with
wow.
TCI when we had those binders. I'm going to go ahead and end that poll so we can share the results with you.
And that you're hearing Natasha Martin speaking there in the background. She's our national sales manager. And if the poll is in the way, just take it, because we're going to have two more, and move it out to the side. And there we have already, we have about a quarter of the people who are here who are binder people. So you're not seeing me. I'm down on my knees now, and I'm thanking you. I'm thanking you. It's you binder people who believe in the TCI approach. You're the ones who sent us, purchase orders, who got us into where we are today. You really believed in us, because after that, next slide, Brian, we created our elementary basal textbook. Then we created our middle school program, which swept California and became the #1 program in California after it was adopted, and then went across the nation. Then we created our high school social studies programs. Then in 2011, we put everything online. After that, we created our elementary science program, and then we created our middle school science program. So the next question I have for you, and we'll just bring up this, these are our 5 programs. Which one are you using? Some of you may be using 2. Tell me the main one that you like, the main one that you're using. You could only be using one. Many social studies teachers are using both our elementary social studies program and our elementary science program. And you're going to be hearing, for example, today from administrators in Gloucester Township in New Jersey who use both. So if you're here from Gloucester Township, you have to decide which do you want, science or social studies. Hard choice, we know. So let's take a look at that and where you're coming from. Do you want to share that poll?
I think Natasha is sharing it right now.
There, and I'm seeing it. So I am seeing a good number of elementary science, more elementary social studies, middle school science. Our largest group is middle school social studies, and then that's followed by high school social studies. So we have a good smattering of people who use all the programs across the nation. So the next thing that happened at TCI is we created online professional development. You're going to hear about this throughout. Very excited about this. This allows you to go right into your subscription and go immediately into all these different levels of professional development. Brian, do you want to give, let's do this. Let's set up a poll and find out if you've used our professional development. We'll put that poll up now. And Brian, can you just give us a quick overview of the professional development?
Yeah, so there are a number of courses that you'll find when inside your TCI account as a teacher. You just open up your sidebar, and at the top in the professional development area, you'll see in the foundations area, if you're brand new to TCI or a returning user, there's something there for you. In fact, we just released yesterday updated courses for what we call Navigate and Plan and Assign and Grade. And if you're a returning user, but maybe you want to catch up on all the great releases that have happened this past year, we've got a What's New for fall 2024 that you can take. Maybe you're looking to see how TCI could be implemented with your learning management system. Well, we have a course for Google Classroom and Canvas and Schoology, and we continue to add courses, in our strategies and practices. That's going to be an area that we're going to continue to build. You've got some great opportunities there to be able to see some really great professional development from classroom teachers. And then also new this summer, and you'll hear more about it today, and we actually have a session for it in third period. We have a coaches course that people can take. So I'll give you some more details on that here in just a bit. Bert?
Yeah, and it's looking like there's a lot of people who haven't taken the professional development yet. And I'm noticing in the chat that there are so many people who are just beginning this new school year to implement TCI. So this is going to be a key place, very easy to find within your application, and take some of these courses. You'll be an expert in no time. We call it instant expert. Finally, we're adding video activities. Super excited about this. Don't have it for all the programs yet, but Brian later is going to be giving a presentation on video activities. If you want to see the future of teaching in TCI, you'll want to go into that session. Very excited about that. So the next question is, take a look here. We're going to put the poll. We're going to go into chat now, actually. This is not a poll. This is the last part of my talk. Could you say a memorable TCI activity that you have done? Could be tug of war. It could be creating a hurricane. It could be in our science program and creating a classroom observatory. It could be putting your high school social studies students up and creating a spectrum, or the famous assembly line, or for elementary social studies, 2 on a crayon. So I seen dot game. Oh, the owl pellets, cookie making. Yes, the frog dissecting. Oh my God, the Constitutional Convention. You're going too fast. Oh my God. Patriots, yes, econ lesson there, the dinosaur lesson. Dang, too fast, way too fast. Ancient Greece. Oh, thank you. The chip game. Yay. Cave drawings where you go underneath the desk. Colonial Williamsburg, completely redone that. Super easy to do. Really, really fun. Colonial Town Meeting. Manners in mid-Europe. Silent barter for the Africa, the Golden Salt trading game. The debate. Egypt, going down the Nile.
The
The
Roman
feudalism
columns.
system. Feudal when they're throwing things at each other. So much fun. Capture the flag, tug of war. Both of those. Feudalism, yes. The Felucca tours. Go for the gold. Oh my God, we've got a high school social studies teacher. When you're teaching the Depression, go for the gold. You cannot teach the Depression in a better way than that. All right, you guys got to stop because this is so exciting. This is the heart of TCI. This is what makes TCI so unique, is that you're getting the students involved. I was in Oakland, California with a coordinator. They have just adopted our program. He went during the pilot and took students out of the classes and asked them what program did they like. I won't say the competitive program, but they said, TCI, we're hungry for interaction. We want to work with students. After the pandemic, we're sad. We're sad of all of the being on the phone all the time. We want connection. We want human connection. They adopted the program. The students are flourishing. Please, folks, our message today is interaction equals learning. Let's turn the classroom back to an exciting, interactive experience. Next slide. I just want to give a shout out to the staff. We are in tens of thousands of districts. We have 2 million students get on our program every day. We have a staff of under 50, and these are the brilliant people at TCI that are bringing everything to you. So I just want to shout out and thank the TCI staff for their amazing work to bring this to you. Brian, I'm going to turn it over to you. I hope everybody has a great summit.
Thank you, Bert. Well, teachers, it's almost ready for first period, the start of the school year, and you're looking at all of these great sessions that you have a chance to be able to go to. It's a smorgasbord of opportunities. So I want you to look at first period there, and you've got a lot of different options. Which is the one that you're most interested in? Be thinking about that and pop that into the chat. what session that you're looking forward to for first period. And just a note, where it says TCI Foundations, we're going to be offering that for each of these different subjects. So elementary, middle, and high school for social studies, and then elementary and middle for science. So that's actually more sessions than what it actually appears. So you'll actually be in there with folks that are just like you. But think about that, pop that into chat, and I want to finish out with just sharing some additional details for you. We're going to be here to support you all along the way. One of those things that you're going to be able to get support from TCI from is our monthly newsletter that we'll send via email. We already talked and we looked a little bit at in-app professional development. Just know that's a place that's there 24/7 that you can always get on-demand professional development right when you need it. We have a coaches program. We'll actually have a session in third period that's specific to the coaches program that if you're interested, be looking for. And we also have a teacher community that you can join. If you snapshot or you scan that little QR code, you'll be able to join our Teach with TCI community on Facebook, where other teachers are sharing great ideas on how they're implementing TCI, sharing questions with one another, and benefiting from everyone's genius. So we're going to make sure that you have all the support that you need when you're implementing the program. And again, professional development that's going to be on demand and built inside your program anytime that you need it. And you'll be able to get certificates that you can turn in for your district. We have the coaches program I already talked about, but here's some additional detail on it and another little QR code if you take a picture of it or scan it right there. And I believe Kelsey, I think you're going to pop in to the chat the link that will take folks to where they can learn a little bit more about the coaches program and how you can become a coach and what does that mean. We also have a course in the in-app professional development. But the biggest thing for today is if you're interested, make sure that you attend that session in third period because that'll be all about the coaches program and how you can participate. Bert alluded to it. Everybody's going to be walking away with a winner. If you don't have a teacher account, we'll make sure that you got one. In fact, you'll fill out a survey where you'll be answering a question and we'll follow up. If you answered no, you don't currently have access, we'll make sure that you have an account for the year. But that's not the only thing. You're also going to get an awesome little tumbler right there that you can put your favorite beverage in. Chocolate milk, right? That's a good one to have on a school day. And then also you get a certificate of attendance. And those are the things that we're going to be sharing. As you're going through the sessions today, share your moment of fun. Use the hashtag TCI Summit 24 on your favorite social media app. And if you do that, you're going to be put into a drawing where you could potentially get a $50 Amazon gift card. And who doesn't need $50 to be able to buy whatever they want to, or maybe something for the classroom? I know a lot of times we end up buying things for our own classroom, but you can use it however you want. Get in there, make sure that you're sharing that hashtag. Next up is going to be first period. So again, here are the courses. Bert, what were some of the courses people were looking forward to?
You know, it's surprising. There are so many people looking forward to foundations. It's about 50% foundations, which is fabulous because
Yeah.
we have a lot of new people who are implementing, but there's a lot of interest in the video activities, a lot of interest in the Gloucester Township to know how to implement the program from an administrative point of view, and a lot about discussion, group discussions. So there's a whole smattering, but I think that we're really going to give a great foundation to everybody who has not used TCI in the classroom. You're going to come out of here ready to go.
Awesome. Let me show you how to get there. So one of the things that you probably used already was the lobby to be able to get into the welcome session. Well, in just a moment, you're going to leave the welcome session. You'll actually leave the meeting and you're going to be back in the lobby. Our team will make sure that we share the link to the lobby again in the chat, but this is what it looks like live for me right now. And one of the things I would encourage you to do is to go over and at the very top, you'll see where you can click into sessions right there. And when you click sessions, You might enable the hide ended sessions. That way it'll get rid, especially like after first period, it'll get rid of all the first period sessions and show you just second and third period that's there. But you'll see first period right here. When you're in the lobby, all you have to do is to click the join. A host is going to be there to lead you through the session. And it'll be a lot like what we were here in homeroom. You'll leave the meeting at the end of first period. You'll come back to the lobby, and then you'll click join and go to your second period, and then do the same thing for third period. So with that being said, folks, bell's ringing. You need to get moving. So go ahead, click to leave the meeting and join your first period that's going to be in session here in just a few moments. And we're excited. Thank you so much again for coming.